Hi everybody, Alan Ball here. Just doing another routine. Um, been given this routine by a friend of mine from the Mount Maunganui Club in the Bay of Plenty here. Um, my friend is WPBSA coach, um, Arthur King. Um, Arthur was a great player in his time. He'd be the first to say that these days are behind him now, but he's still got lots of knowledge in snooker and billiards. I'm lucky enough to have him at our club. Then he comes and he keeps an eye on what I'm doing, and it's one of the first to let me know when I'm underperforming, which is great. I mean, it's nice to have that. Arthur Joran Shotdown has kindly passed on this routine for me to do, as I've got a table at home. And back in the day when Arthur was playing, he used to practice a lot down in Taupo with a great player, a bit of a legend in the North Island in any case, Barney Eriksson. And Arthur used to practice with him a lot. And a lot of players used to travel down to Taupo to play Barney Eriksson and Arthur for that matter. And they also used to put a bit of money on the table and see who could get the highest score doing this break. Routine, I should say, it's not a break. The break gives you lots of different types of shots, and there's a nice variety, so you're not just doing the lineup or things like that. It's challenging because it's got a few rules involved in it as well that make it that much harder. The rules being, you cannot hit any other ball with your white ball. So your object balls and the other balls are your obstacles. You have to play around them, which means your white ball control has got to be that much tighter and knowing where your white ball is travelling. Just brings that little bit of quirkiness into it, and I've enjoyed playing with that. Also, one of the other rules is if you imagine there being a line 200 millimeters past the blue spot towards the baulk cushion, you're not allowed to pass your white ball over that line, 200 millimeters. So obviously if you're playing up for the blue, you can't go too far, and you can't play in and out of baulk for position. Means that you're basically keeping your white ball under control down this end of the table. So I've been practicing this one for the last couple of days, and been a little bit frustrated getting quite a few small centres, but not the clearances that I've been after. But got a nice little clearance going here. So I'll let you watch it and hope you enjoy it, but I'll just talk you through the last few balls just to let you know what was going through my head, what my thinking is, and hope you enjoy it. Anyway, I've just got a little bit straight on this ball. It's the first time I got straight, which I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can. I've just played it nicely, a screw shot with bottom left to bring the ball right off the cushion up to these reds above the pink. I had a straightforward run through shot, so I could have taken it on for the blue, but as I've got a target that I'm going for in this one, Arthur kindly gave me a target to shoot to try and beat, and that's why I haven't cleared up, because I've been going for some difficult pots when I've got out of position. Yeah, so my target here is 136, I think it was. So rather than just play for the blue, I just screwed it back a little bit, which gave me a nice angle with a touch of left-hand side to come round for this flank ball. There's two balls flanking the pink there. If you can get those out of the way, obviously, it clears the path for those other two just above the pink. Could have just stunned onto the pink here, but wanted to run through for the black. And it was important that you know your travelling angle of your white ball, so you know exactly where the ball is going to be, because I've just missed that pink by a couple of literally a couple of millimeters. Try to get rid of this next flank ball, and I've done the same. I've given myself a little bit of an angle, so I could have quite easily stunned onto the pink, but I run through again. My mind is, right from the start, was get rid of those balls that are on the cushion, because they are strategically placed. It's just made it difficult for you to run through or do some work around the black. It took also the reds above and below the black out as soon as I could. Play a stun run through shot here because I've just went about 2 inches further than I wanted to, and didn't quite get through it enough. I did a punchy little shot, so it left me with an angle which I could have played run through side, which is left hand side, or check side, which is right hand side. Both would have got me on the black, but it would have meant the white ball would have been travelling quite a lot. So decided I could get that angle again better later on if I just try and work my way so I can get a position on that. So after having a good think of where I wanted that ball, it was important that I concentrate on this ball and keep myself going. Pot it nicely. So might as well clear up those 3 reds between the pink and the black. Sorry, the pink and the blue, just to make things a little bit easier. There's a few points there begging to be taken. Again, I could have just stunned onto the blue, but for me it was all about getting this higher number for Arthur. I screwed back down for the black for that same reason, and to give me an angle onto that last red that's on the cushion. I knew that if I didn't get the position, then I'd still have a red in the middle. And played it well, and it's actually turned out perfect. This is a slow table, so I am having to get the ball moving to get it around the table. Yeah, I mean, I practiced down at the Mount Club, and if I would, for instance, if I'd have played that shot, then my white would have been somewhere around the pink, level with the pink middle bag. So yeah, it's a slower table, so whenever you do move to different tables, this is an ideal routine to sort of, if you go to a tournament, go there, practice this when you get to some table time. Gives you all the shots you're going to need, all the shots you're going to play in a match. Just played that nicely, just concentrated on hitting that just below centre to kick it off the side cushion. No point just dribbling it in, because 9 times out of 10 you dribble it in and it's the ball will drift into the pocket, into the cushion before the pocket, and could stay out. Okay, took the pink there because I wanted to to get that last red that was by the blue, and just felt that getting from the pink to the yellow was an easier option for me. There's a lot of space if I take this red out. So I knew that I had this angle, if I was high on that red, that I could come round, get a position on the black or pink if I overran it. Take the black here because could have ran quite easily through to that last red, but I keep saying it, but it's all about getting a bigger number on this occasion. Played this with a touch of right hand side, and it took that up nicely for the last red. I come round to give myself an angle to where I wanted the white to be, so that I can make it nice and easy to get onto the yellow. So you can see me just laying my cue down, so I give myself a little bit of a visual, and rather than screwing this back, I'm stunning this ball. It's a soft stun screw shot. Don't want to be screwing it back, because that's 9 times out of 10 the adrenaline's going if you're going for a ton, and you'll screw it back too far and get out of position. Now, I'm on the pink, same sort of shot, a little bit harder, and I'm nicely onto the yellow. So here we go. Done all the hard work. I've practiced clearing up the colours so many times it's unbelievable. So it's just a case of keeping all the basics right here, feathering the ball, watching the feathers, making sure that every time that I address the ball, it's going right to the middle of the ball. And then when you play a shot, nice pause and through. The only thing I'm doing is coming up or down the ball on this. Don't want to make it any more difficult than it is. Same sort of thing, through it nicely. And onto the brown. Got a nice position here. I could have gone either way, onto the cush or screwing across. So I thought just for something different, I'd screw across. I usually go off the cush. So there we go. I actually got dead straight on this. So I'm playing the blue to the right hand side of the pocket and running through. Came out really nice, which gave me a nice angle to stun this into the pocket. Right into the middle of the pocket is what I'm concentrating on. I don't want to be wobbling it at this stage of the break. Into the middle and onto the black. And that's it, basically, black to go. So I just like to make this a bit of a tribute to Barney Eriksson, a great player, and Arthur King. Thank you very much for letting me practice this routine. Thank you guys.